sister, and he talked a little bit about her. You get to meet her next. Everybody calls her, is she behind me? Probably embarrassing me, as usual. She's called by all of you Anse Tamara Gray, and I call her Tammy because she's my big sister. And I am not an expert in politics. I'm not an expert of religion, but I was invited, and I was thinking about this, wondering why I was invited. And I think the only thing I can offer an expertise in is loving my sister. So I'll tell you a little bit about us. We grew up in St. Paul, Minnesota as Christian Lutherans, both of us, from a middle-class family. And I have an older brother, and she's the oldest. Oh, way oldest. No. Anyway. Well, they didn't hear you say that because you're not on the microphone. She can say that later. Anyway, so we grew up in a very normal family, normal sibling rivalry. She had a dollhouse I was not allowed to touch. It was extremely unfair. Anyway, then around I can't remember the exact year, Seth, but I think around 1984, 1985, my sister found a new faith, Islam. And in the 80s, my family and I didn't know much about it at all. But what I do want to say about my family is that they are the greatest. They're super open and welcoming. Yeah. And even though I know my parents were super scared, and I was only 9, 10, I know my parents were super scared. They never challenged her. They wanted her to find her own way. And I believe that what they were so happy about is they knew how much she loved God and believed in God. And they've always encouraged us to find our own path. So my point is, I grew up starting at about 9 years old, being in the Lutheran Christian faith, going to Bible camp, which she did as well. But then when she was in her later teens, she found Islam. And to me, because I was so young, it was very normalized. There was nothing strange about it. And my sister talked very kindly and gently to me about the faith because I had a lot of questions. And so I grew up with it being the fabric of my life. So fast forward to present tense. I am a singer-songwriter, and I've always made a habit of writing songs just about love and probably what most singer-songwriters write about. And then we had some recent events, and things shifted for me. My sister is a different way. I am not someone that invites conflict or that feels really confident about speaking about what I believe in. And the only way I find safety in that is writing music. So with some of the situations I've seen and heard, my confidence builder was writing a song about my sister, and we're gonna do that for you today. So I hope you enjoy it. It's called You Are Talking About My Sister. I feel so damn helpless watching it all play out. Everyone seems so damn reckless, some keep it in, some lash out. And here I am, so tight-lipped, wanting all to speak out for me. I'm so afraid to rock the boat, taking my cue from Let It Be. But it's time to find the courage, it's personal to me, you see. You are talking about my sister, she practically raised me. She raised 3 kids on a teacher's budget. She wants to change the world and still finds faith in it. She believes in God and bows in His mercy. Please tell me what's the controversy. She loves grape nuts and strong black coffee. She hates to cry, that's where we disagree. She feels injustice and won't take the blame. I'm fairly certain we don't feel the same. I get you are scared of what you do not know. But I'm tired of giving you a pass. It's a game of dominoes. I'm standing proud, my head held high. No more hiding in the back. I'll raise my hand, you can call on me. I need to pick up my slack. But it's time to find the courage. It's personal to me, you see. You are talking about my sister. She practically raised me. She raised 3 kids on a teacher's budget. She wants to change the world and still finds faith in it. She believes in God and bows in His mercy. Please tell me what's the controversy. She loves grape nuts and strong black coffee. She hates to cry, that's where we disagree. She feels injustice and won't take the blame. I'm fairly certain we'd all feel the same. She raised 3 kids on a teacher's budget. She wants to change the world and still finds faith in it. She believes in God and bows in His mercy. Please tell me what's the controversy. She loves grape nuts and strong black coffee. She hates to cry, that's where we disagree. She feels injustice and won't take the blame. I'm fairly certain we'd all feel, yeah, I know we'd all feel the same. Thank you. I forgot to mention, this is Mr. Joe Byer. He helped me write the song. And now, here comes my sister.
Hello. My name is Tamara Gray, and I am Allie's sister, the one she was talking about. I am her sister, and I am your sister. To be a sister means to be the same and to be different. I take my coffee black. She takes hers with cream. I eat cheese, and she eats carrots. I am her sister, and I am your sister. You do remember me, don't you? I am the sister who had to do everything by myself and in my own way. At 2, I strolled away from home with my doll in tow. At 12, I took my father's Cadillac for a spin right into the ditch. At 13, I was the family church-going, choir-singing, camp-loving Christian. At 15, I started working to save for college. And at 17, received a full scholarship. So I took my savings and blew it on pizza and a train trip across the Western USA. At 18, I converted to Islam. Oh wait, that's the part of this story you don't like. That's the part that makes you think I'm not your sister. Oh, but I am. I am your sister. I am a sister to every person who stood up for what she believed. I am sister to Jane Addams, Gloria Steinem, Susan B. Anthony, Maya Angelou, Harriet Tubman, Sister Clara Muhammad, Eleanor Roosevelt, Helen Keller, Jane Austen, and I am a sister to Hillary Clinton. I am a sister to Sakina Yaqubi, educator of 15,000 women in Afghanistan. I am a sister to Edna Aden, advocate and pioneer for women's health in Somaliland. I am a sister to Vandana Shiva, the Indian scholar, environmentalist, and physicist, and I am a sister to you. This is a sisterhood of greatness. I join it every day. I stand with my sisters and pull from their strength while they pull from mine. My sister told many truths about me, and one of them is that I don't like to cry. It's true. I moved to Damascus, Syria in the early 90s. I met wonderful women, my sisters in faith, though not in country. They were doctors, pharmacists, social activists, religious scholars, teachers, and artists. I built an adult life around teaching and learning. And in 2011, the Arab Spring brought hope to Syrian youth. They protested, the government responded, foreign powers meddled, and civil war erupted. But I didn't cry. In 2012, when I left Syria, my job and my home, I didn't cry. When I came to my country, the United States of America, and found myself a foreigner in my choice of faith, I didn't cry. When Donald Trump campaigned on a platform that turned my friends and family into state enemies, I didn't cry. When he was elected, it was my birthday. I had gone to the polls earlier that day in white in honor of the suffragettes, and my baby sister, Allie Gray, baked me a pumpkin birthday pie with "I'm with her" baked into the crust. But I didn't cry. When the first Muslim ban fell from the White House and landed on the lives of my brothers and sisters of faith, and I was inundated with messages and phone calls and panicked voices, I didn't cry. All the times terrorists have killed and maimed people in England, France, Germany, Florida, Deir ez-Zor, Cairo, Libya, Mali, Baghdad, Somalia, and Syria in the name of Islam, and you have looked at me, your sister, with fear, I didn't cry. I didn't cry. I did not cry. I am saving all those tears and creating a wave of change. I am filling my heart with an ocean of unspent tears that can flood the shore of hate and injustice. My tears are held inside like a great wave of strength, pushing and pulling and crashing onto the shores of misogyny and patriarchy, racism, anti-Semitism, xenophobia, Islamophobia, and every other phobia there is. I am collecting every drop of salty water so that I can throw it on the wounds of this nation and my global neighborhood. Because when we finally decide to stop hating each other, when you, every one of you, look at me and see a sister, on that day, when I am your sister and you are mine, on that day I will join my sister in allowing my tears to flow. On that day, they will be tears of joy because we are finally sisters.